And I call the Honourable Member for Kooyong.
Mr Deputy Speaker, I rise to speak on the condolence motion and express my sympathy with the people of Christchurch and New Zealand following the devastating earthquake that struck on 22 February. Christchurch, known to us and its 350,000 inhabitants as a picturesque and historic city with a close-knit community that was plunged into darkness by the 6.3 magnitude quake. Coming on the back of the 7.1 magnitude quake on September the 4th last year, and the more than 4,500 aftershocks since that date, it was just too much for any city to bear. Unlike the September quake, this disaster struck close to the CBD during the day and with people on the streets. I, for one, will never forget the images of the rubble-lined streets as the iconic Christchurch Cathedral, built in 1864, lay damaged, and the dramatic search through the remains of the Canterbury television building was undertaken looking for brave survivors. The death toll from this tragedy has been significant. As it stands, more than 165 lives have been lost, with many more injured. The trauma suffered by those affected will be lasting and deep. Like many of us in this House, I had constituents who were in Christchurch at the time, and their stories from that day are harrowing. The rebuilding task, Mr Deputy Speaker, will be immense, but work is already underway. Engineers and inspectors assessed more than 66,000 buildings in the city, and it's been reported that up to a third of the city's buildings will need to be torn down. A remarkable 360,000 tonnes of silt was removed from the city, and of the city's 40 bridges, 26 are now open. Essential services, power, water and telecommunications are now available to most, and temporary sewerage services have been quickly established, with 21,000 chemical toilets delivered to residents. With damage estimated to exceed 12 billion New Zealand dollars, or 6.5% of New Zealand's GDP, the people of Christchurch will require the international community's support. It was inspiring, Mr Deputy Speaker, to see so many countries swing in behind New Zealand to lend a hand. Offers of assistance came in from far and wide: the United States, the European Union, Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Israel and Argentina, to name but a few. But no country, though, has been more committed to the rescue and recovery task than Australia. In the Australian culture, there is no more powerful spirit than that of the Anzac. Australia and New Zealand standing as one, sharing each other's pain and sharing each other's burden. In this place, we should all be proud of the Australian contribution. Urban search and rescue teams, firefighters, ambulance paramedics and doctors, victim identification specialists, more than 300 police officers comprising federal police and officers from Victoria, New South Wales and South Australia, consular officials and social workers, and tons of equipment, including a ready-to-go field hospital, were all dispatched with haste. Australia too has made a significant multi-million-dollar contribution to the New Zealand Red Cross appeal. Mr Deputy Speaker, Prince William said it well only days ago at a memorial service in Christchurch. Quoting his grandmother, the Queen, he said, and I quote, "Grief is the price we pay for love. Here today we love and we grieve." To that we can add, as representatives in this place, that we as Australians will always be there to help. May peace and prosperity be with the people of Christchurch and New Zealand.